My name is Mr. John.
And I'm Mr. Andrew.
And this is an epic story?
I'm Mr. John.
And I'm Mr. Andrew.
And this is an epic story! Well, that was weird. Are you okay, Mr. Andrew?
Yeah, I think I can muscle through.
It's gonna be one of those kind of days today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay then, well, today we're actually gonna talk about the gospel.
Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Verse 2. Now the earth was formless and empty. Kinda like my stomach at the moment.
I told you to eat before, and besides that, you went too far back. See, God sent his only son, Jesus, into the world for me and for you. While Jesus was on earth, he healed people of their sicknesses and diseases, raised the dead, taught about God, and taught about the kingdom of heaven. His teachings transformed.
There they were! Bumblebee and Optimus, back to back, saving the... Wait! What? Why aren't you wearing your Bumblebee costume? Here you go. I thought I was gonna be Optimus and you were gonna be Bumblebee.
We never agreed to that. His teachings transformed the lives of so many people, but upset others. Pharisees and other religious leaders. Pharisees and other religious leaders. Pharisees and other religious leaders.
Ow! Ow!
They got angry. Pharisees and other religious leaders got angry at the actions and the words of Jesus. They told people that Jesus spoke blasphemies against God because he claimed to be God's son. They could not accept the truth of who Jesus was because they were blinded by the hardness of their hearts and religious law.
Did you know that I once broke the law?
What? Andrew?
Yeah, I wore a Winnie the Pooh t-shirt in Poland.
Wait, that's a law?
Yeah, but it's not as bad as the time I flew a kite in Victoria, Australia. Boy, was that an ordeal.
You are so hardcore.
Yeah, I know, but nothing compared to the time I got in trouble building a sandcastle in Spain. Como un castillo de arena. Todo es temporal. Construyelo, cuidalo, disfrútalo. Y cuando llegue el momento.
Oh. Let it go. Let it go! Let it go! Let it go! One day, Jesus entered Jerusalem with his 12 disciples and celebrated the Passover.
Did someone say party?
No one said party. The Passover was a celebration that God's people had every year since the time of Moses. When he entered, the people began to shout praises to Jesus. When the Pharisees heard this, they were so...
No! Ow!
So angry. Jesus, tell these people to stop. Jesus replied, if they stop, then even the rocks will cry out.
And that is where we get spring water.
Not even close. There was nothing they could do to stop what was happening, and that made the Pharisees furious. So they planned on a way to get rid of Jesus.
Wait, like X's on his eyes? Like dead?
Yeah, even though he did nothing wrong. After this, the disciples and Jesus sat down to have a meal together.
Yum! What do you think they were eating? Maybe it was a BLT.
Oh no.
Well, it all starts with bread, except I'm gluten-free, so I use a burger patty. Then onions, burger patty, bacon, burger patty, you guessed it, jelly, burger patty, more bacon, lettuce. Usually I take that out though. Mustard, ketchup, bacon, and on top of that, with the last burger patty. Oh yeah.
No, not that. Maybe some seafood?
No, this pickle.
No pickles. Sorry, Mr. Salmon. While they were having dinner, Jesus revealed to everyone that he would be betrayed by one of his disciples.
Ugh. Ow. Wow, betrayal. Like if someone you trust salmon slaps you over an ingredient.
Judas had been talking to the religious leaders and agreed to turn in Jesus for just a few coins. Jesus knew what would happen, but he also knew that it was all a part of God's plan. Jesus went with just a few disciples to pray in the garden. While he was at this garden, soldiers came up to him and arrested him. They took him to a man named Pilate, who decided his consequences.
Interesting. And which airline did he pilot for?
What airline? What?
Yeah, like, was he a pilot for Emirates, American Airlines, Southwest? Oh, yikes. Must have to spend a fortune on checking his bags.
No. Pilate was the Roman governor. After listening to the religious leaders and after talking to Jesus, Pilate could find no fault in him. He felt guilty punishing an innocent man, so he decided to leave the decision up to the people.
Yikes, good luck. I can't even decide what to eat for lunch. Wait, what about a BLT? Oh, well, it all starts with bread, except I'm gluten-free, so I use, John, a patty instead.
Pilate put Jesus side by side with a criminal named Barabbas.
Barbados, love it.
He told the people that they had a choice. One of them could be set free. The people started yelling, "Give us Barabbas!"
Give us Barbados or give us freedom!
Not Barbados. Set Barabbas free and crucified Jesus. Pilate could not believe that the people wanted to hurt Jesus so badly, but the people had made their decision, so he had to listen.
Oh, well, we have 2 ears right here and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we say.
Yes to that. Please remember that for the remainder of this story.
Okay.
Soldiers took Jesus away and placed a crown of thorns on his head. They made fun of him. They called him names. They whipped Jesus and took his clothes. Even after hurting him, they made Jesus carry a large, heavy wooden cross to the top of the hill. They nailed Jesus to the cross and left him to die. The people watched as the soldiers did this.
Wow, that's awful. Everyone must have been so sad.
Well, actually, there were people in the crowd who were glad that Jesus was punished. But those who loved Jesus were terribly sad. But guess what?
What?
All along, God had a plan.
Okay, well, you keep saying that, but I'm not seeing a plan at the moment.
Patience, Andy.
Ah, my nemesis.
As the people were being so cruel to Jesus, he cried out to God saying, "Father, forgive these people. They do not understand what they are doing." Soon after, Jesus yielded up his spirit and took his last breath.
We're gathered here today to celebrate the end of a story.
Actually, to most people, that looked like the end of a story, but God had something more in mind. When Jesus died, the earth shook, rocks split in half, the veil in the temple that once separated people from God ripped in half. The graves of the fallen saints opened and they came back to life and walked into the city. It may have looked like death had won, but signs, wonders, and life were happening everywhere.
What? Greatest ending ever! Oh, I hope the movie is as good as the book. Earthquakes, rocks breaking apart, veils being torn, and zombies. What an ending, wow.
Well, it's not over yet. Let's get back to Jesus, right? Oh.
You should throw that way.
Yeah. Thanks. After all this, they laid Jesus in a tomb and rolled a giant heavy stone in front of the opening so that no one could get in.
We're gathered here today to celebrate the end of a story.
3 days went by, and a few women who loved Jesus came to visit his tomb.
You're too late. He's in the tomb.
When they got there, the earth shook, and they saw an angel of the Lord come down from heaven, grab hold of the giant stone that covered the tomb, and rolled it away.
Wait, what happened?
Yeah, the angel looked at the women and said, "Do not be afraid, for I know that you seek Jesus who was crucified, but he is not here. He is risen. Go quickly and tell the disciples that he is alive. He's going before you, and you will see him."
Wait, he's alive? Wow, I've got to tell someone.
You should totally tell, like, your best friend.
Oh, yes, okay. Hey, John.
Yeah.
Can you move to the side so I can get my phone and call my mom? Excuse me. Mom, guess what?
Did not see that coming. Just as the angel said, Jesus was standing before the disciples and they saw that he was alive. They couldn't believe their eyes. Jesus said to them, "All authority has been given to me in heaven and on earth. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations."
America!
Sure.
Gibraltar!
Okay.
Madagascar!
Again, all nations.
Tatooine!
Not a nation.
Oh, what about France?
Yes, but remember that Jesus said, "Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, teaching them the things that I have taught you. I am with you always, even to the end." The lives of every person in the world were forever changed.
I remember when my life was forever changed in Spain. It was just me, my shovel, my pail, and sandy dreams. I made one sandcastle with a drawbridge, and all of a sudden, sirens out of nowhere. Déjalo ir.
Let it go! Moving on. Because of Jesus, there is now no separation from our God who created us. Through the pain and punishment of Jesus, he took on our sin, which kept us away from God, and crucified it on the cross. The only thing that stayed in the grave that day was our sin and our shame. When Jesus came back to life, we came back to life with him, made new and free as sons and daughters of God. Nothing holds us back from our Creator anymore, and this was God's plan all along. That he would send his only son into the world that he loved so that me and you could live free forever with Jesus.
And that's an
Epic story! Want to go to Spain?
Too soon, John. Too soon.